So as you're working on your sequence and you kind of are starting to cut it down, before you do that, what I really recommend is to duplicate your sequence. So as you can see here, I made a sequence copy, and this is my sync stuff before I even start to cut it down. So this is kind of like everything together, something like this. So what I'd start to do, I can tell that it doesn't start there. It kind of starts, let's see. So I'm going to jump even further into this. And so this is what I'd be doing after I duplicate my sequence. I'd start to actually, my process of kind of cutting it down. So let's say that's the beginning of it. I would actually just make sure that all your things are highlighted. All of your tracks have to be activated for this to work. I would use my shortcuts, which is semicolon. All right, and I'd cut all this. And I will just select it just because it's easier. And I'll get rid of that. Oops. See, this one wasn't selected. So they have to all be selected. So now they are selected. And I can just get rid of that. And that'll kind of be my beginning, before I even start. So if I can press T, I can drag these up like that. And this is my beginning of my reception now. And that's, so now, once I've done that, once I've kind of, and I wouldn't, I've left my sync sequence intact pretty much. So I wouldn't start actually doing this edit until I've duplicated it again. So what I did was, after I made this synced sequence copy that has everything intact, I then actually started my edit here. And so as you can see, I started to delete my audio tracks. I cut my video tracks, tops and tails, and then as you can see here, let's see over here. Okay, so right here,
good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Just like to take
I start with my wide shot, and got even a shot of that, and then I start right in there. And that's kind of how I start the edit. But I make sure that if I had to go back, if something drastic happened, or I edited too much, I got rid of a track and didn't realize it until it's too late, I can go back and I can get it. And that's kind of why you leave it there. On every major change you make to a video, you should duplicate your sequence. Same thing with a feature. Once you're going to start to make the feature, you cut up all the clips, the rough clips before you start to actually do the edit. You should duplicate that sequence. That way you can get back to it.